What's going on, guys? Let's have a nice opinionated video on the Warhammer Day preview. We're going to go through everything relatively quickly, and I'm going to give you sort of my shotgun first impression opinions, and we will move through. This was today, earlier. The first thing we have up is a brand new Genestealer cult model, Shadow Throne, fighting the Adeptus Custodies, and danger is beneath the throne. So clearly, there is a Genestealer hiding under your chair. Check under your chair. Like at Oprah, everybody gets a Genestealer. These boxes are a popular selling point for Games Workshop. They put two factions in with each other. They try to sell them to both, people who play each faction, but also, a lot of people, I think, say they play Genestealer cult. If you end up with 500 points of Custodies, well, you might start a Custodies army because they'll be sitting at the shelf looking at you. This looks like a pretty bad set. No tanks, no vehicles, no jet bikes for the Custodies. One character, the sword guy's new and she's new. Everybody else looks the same. So this is, I think it's like one single character pack, a pack of the regular troops, pack of Terminators. These are the Sisters of Silence. I don't believe they're even in the Custodies book currently, but it would make sense that they get put in the new codex. And yeah, only two new models. So this is a poor set. I don't know what the price is. Maybe it'll be a good deal. Of course, if you have both of these armies, you might as well pick it up. But I could see already having plenty of these troops and these characters toward the Genestealer cult player who is already existing and has an army, does not need any of this except that new character. Because you probably don't need multiples of a lot of this, and you might already have a bunch of these troops. And then these Terminators, I don't know. This might be a flop like the Black Templar box set. Go to any store, and they got 10 of them sitting on the shelf. It was such a bad deal. So this guy's cool. Definitely a cool-looking, charging, greatsword model. Cool Custodian. And she's really cool. Oh, we got double head option. Both good. I like that she's actually, they made her real pretty here. Like the sculpt. And then really gruesome. If the Emperor or Imperium paid a little bit of attention, the ladies with the giant purple claw hands might be infiltrating Genestealer cult models. She looks like some sort of demolitions lady. Pretty cool. That box set does not seem appealing unless you're just starting the armies. Seems like you might likely have enough of these. And maybe these will get some new good rules in the new book. So, Custodies Codex is next. This is one of those armies that it's very hard, I think, to balance elite armies in the Warhammer or Age of Sigmar universe. So they either come out being ridiculous or they come out being so bad. So we'll see how they do. Custodies traditionally have actually, in 8th edition, they were pretty good for a while. And then they stayed pretty good when people started doing all the crazy Forge World stuff, because we know that's not play tested. Well, maybe the game isn't either. Oh yeah, there you go, Sister of Silence right there on the, I think that's their name, right there on the cover. So they will be in the Codex. And I do not think they were in the previous one, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. You got about 25,000 points of Custodies here, fighting 200 points of Thousand Suns. So I'm going to put my money on the Custodies. And you got the Genestealer cult book coming up, which Genestealer cult's, a whole new model range. So it is a visually very good looking army. And they're in a bad place in 9th edition. And I think even late 8th, you didn't see them get played at all. I think the Space Marines when the Space Marines got the good book at the end of 8th, I think they just dominated them right out of the meta. But we know 9th edition Codex creep, so these guys could be bananas once again with 20 hand flamers and every other crazy thing. And they're a great looking army. They look so cool, all the little dune buggies and dirt bikes and characters. They're a really good looking army. Definitely a painter's army. Fantastic. So there you go. That's that new box set. Let's close that and go on. Next up, Maggotkin of Nurgle. So the next AOS book is going to be Nurgle. Nurgle gets ready to drown the mortal realms in filth. Alright, so only one codex. Well, let's see, but only one codex so far announced for AOS 3. This is a very slow rollout. The Stormcast haven't even got all their models out yet. I don't know if the Cruel Boys, they might have all theirs now. 2 books for the new edition that feels like it's been out for quite some time now. 4 months, maybe 6 months already. So, yeah, this is a grueling snail's pace at release here. And you get a cool new Nurgle Codex. Great. With whatever that is. And let's see if we get some new models. We get this guy. Alternate head. Oh, that's the guy on the cover. Yeah, he's just got the fly head and the little candles. So here he is with his candles. Creepy head or fly head. I think the fly head, if it tucked farther into the hood, would be better. But I think the creepy head is the way to go on that, in my opinion. Cool looking Nurgle model. GW always makes good looking Nurgle fantasy models. And actually, even the Death Guard models are cool. Nurgle's just a cool aesthetic. So there you go. And there's no happy little silly nurgling on his base, laughing and playing ping pong or whatever. So that's fun. Good. We don't need any more of that. This one, Dungeon Bowl. This is very, very fun, traditionally a solid experience. This game had struggles in the past where you could technically play in the dungeon using the Warhammer quest tiles, which looks like they use the exact same tiles. Wow. Okay. So the same shapes and designs as traditionally the Warhammer quest tiles. So that's exactly the same. Oh, that's surprising. Exactly the same. But a lot of times because of entrances, so that's an in zone and that's an in zone, because there's only 2 spots to get into in zones, a lot of times big guys and models start to really bottleneck near an in zone if a team's about to score, teams bottleneck right there, and it can just take forever unless people break armor. It can take a really long time. So we'll see. Maybe there's some new rules to get this a little bit more high scoring or something. I can't tell what the teams are. Okay. Ugh. What a mess. Every team is handpicked by a wizard from the 8 colleges. You'll see a male manner of races and positions playing for both sides. Okay. Ugh. What a terrible. Okay, so this is or would be an auto and buy for me. The next time I play a Blood Bowl League, if we're going to play Dungeon Bowl, I'll probably pick this up. I don't think it's going to be limited edition or anything, but what a crap fest this is. It looks like you're going to get... What the heck? Good God. Yeah, this is stupid. Very stupid. And let me explain why. It looks like you're getting 1 sprue of Dark Elves and 1 sprue of Skaven and 1 sprue of Dwarves and 1 sprue of Ogres. So I guess this is sort of the Underworld Denzians team, maybe, or just a completely new way to build a team, and this might be the Old World Alliance team. But I have no need for 4 Dwarfs, 2 Ogres, 3 Snotlings, 4 Skaven, and 3 Dark Elves. Like, what the heck? Ugh. I might not buy this at all. I might just play this when somebody else buys it. Because I don't have any of these teams, and none of them are full teams. So who the heck cares about whatever this is? Unless you can play these in regular Blood Bowl, but your position... whatever. You got chests and portals. Cool. Okay, so this is an auto buy. Maybe this team selection is garbage. Just terrible. I guess they just had extra sprues of these. I mean, let's say you can have 4 blitzers on a Dark Elf team. I don't even know if that's a blitzer. What the heck is this? Because the old team, like the old Dwarf team and the Dark Elf team and the Skaven teams, because they came out in kind of the initial wave of Blood Bowl, they're not actually complete teams in one box set. The newer teams, generally, you get all the players you need in one box. But these older ones, you'll be like 2 positional short, generally like 2 blitzers short. So even then, if you had a Dark Elf team... And if that guy's a blitzer or that guy's a blitzer, I'm not sure. That guy could be a lineman and he could be a runner. So I don't even know. And looks like here you get a runner, a troll slayer, a blitzer, and a lineman. And for the dwarves, you probably one blitzer short maybe, or maybe one runner short. But even then, adding, or two short, I mean, from the basic box. So you're still going to be one short even after mixing these in. Awful choice. Hate it. But Dungeon Ball, cool. All right, Warcry Red Harvest. This game is pretty darn fun if you house rule everything, because the playtesting and balance of this game is abysmal. It's really one of the worst playtested games, I think, outside of maybe AOS and 40K. But the models are always great, and I expect to see some really cool ones here. So we get another new box. It looked like this would be the third one, actually. We had Catacombs and then the regular one. Generally, I think these are pretty good deals. They're also, you get a lot of terrain. So these are good deals too with the amount of terrain, especially. But for someone like me who doesn't love owning terrain and likes just playing at the store, that's not really a selling point for me. Also, unless there's some huge balance update, I would highly recommend, if you play Warcry, just play with the basic actual Warcry warbands and do not include any of those AOS warbands, period. They're all just, I mean, the playtesting is abysmal. I don't know how else to put it. Now, these guys are incredible. Okay, those guys are awesome. Those guys are awesome. Those guys are awesome. Those guys are awesome. Oh, look at that. It's like web whips and stuff. Web net, spider web net. Yeah, these are great. Really, oh man, when these hit the public and we get to see all the different ways people paint them up on Instagram and stuff. Look at these, like, cross-hatching on the capes. There is a spider web paint from Green Stuff World that you spray through an airbrush and it puts spider webs on your base. And that would look so cool on these. These are great. I wish I had a reason to buy this for these guys. But I don't need any more Warcry warbands right now. And we got the Barbarians. And they've been doing pretty solid so far on these big, burly Barbarian humans. This guy we saw earlier in the week, he's fantastic. I like that he has huge quads. Makes him look way stronger than if he had, like, lean legs. This guy looks great. I'm bald, so I would paint his beard orange so I could pretend that's what I look like. What the heck? This has some problems. It's a female, but she has very man features, like man shoulders and a man neck and a tiny head. And then plus the painted on makeup makes her head look really tiny, and her shadow in her armpit makes it look hairy. I mean, I guess there's no reason why they would shave, but I don't know. I mean, it's probably going to look better when you see other people paint it. You got another big burly female barbarian up here. So a lot of ladies in this one. Okay, this wins. The old lady holding an eyeball, and she has no eyeballs. That is the winner. Best model ever. 2021 best model of the year. That's great. I guess she's some sort of, like, what do they call them? Scryers or whatever. Scry? Oracle? Something like that. Great. That's really cool. Love it. Power Claw guy, Wolverine, Lightning Claws, whatever you want to call it. Great model. Great weapons. Super cool. Got another weird one here. She's got... Generally, I mean, I guess they're not humans, maybe. But even, like, you have to be, like, a female bodybuilder on testosterone, generally, to get giant lats. It's just not a muscle a lot of ladies, even athletic ones, build. And then to get those giant, like, LeBron James shoulders, plus the giant neck from doing tons of shrugs. And then sort of the tiny head. Not feeling it, but we'll see when the paint's different. Or, you know, whatever, it's fine. It's just not my favorite sculpt I've ever seen. This guy's cool. Kind of generic, but cool. Cyclops skull, kind of. That looks cool. Double axes. That's always fun. Okay, so this is just Conan the Barbarian. 100%. They did not try to hide that, which is fun that you get Conan the Barbarian in your warband. And, oh, you know what? Maybe this is Red Sonja. Well, she's got an axe. Red Sonja carries a sword too. She's got an axe. Did that other girl have a sword? She has a spear. Maybe her. You could paint her like Red Sonja. So you could have sort of a Conan and Red Sonja thing going. And you got the terrain. So right off the bat, the terrain to me feels like the old board game Mousetrap, where you try to trap the little mice who's trying to get the cheese. It looks really cool. I don't know how functional it is, but visual, it looks great. I don't know what this like mining shaft thing is. Do you get on it and ride around? I think it said it was in the mines. But all right, so definitely a cool set if you're looking to get into Warcry. Cool set. If you like terrain, definitely good terrain. You could probably use this in 40K, Necromunda, any other game, because even though it's not that fantasy based, it's still got, you know, enough industrial vibes to it that it would fit perfect on any game system. And both warbands look cool. So yeah, I think that's a win, but the game itself could use some balance. Black Powder Buccaneers, Harrow Deep, Double Pistol. All right, so we got a pretty cool looking pirate, ogre. Also, anything that's bald with a big beard, I pretend is me, so yay. I could paint it like me. He's cool. Oh, monkey with a knife on his tail. Okay, so this, I might make a whole video about this. They've been putting in all these little like meme characters. They did it a lot with the Nurglings and the Death Guard. Then they'll sneak in like squirrels and owls and all kinds of little things. But then like in the Deepkin warband, they had a little crab. Now they got a monkey with a knife. I don't know if this is just I don't know what it's called, but it's like directing at the people that love all the little cute things in every movie, even though you know that it was only put in the movie to sell toys and things. Even though this is not probably going to have an additional toy. But you know what I mean? There's like Baby Yoda, Baby Groot. I don't know if it started with like Gizmo or Ewoks or maybe even Toto from Wizard of Oz or something. I don't know where that started. Let me know if you know where the little cutesy meme kind of thing started. You got monkey with a knife. Fun, but I know they just put it in there as like, hey, people will buy it for the monkey with the knife. You got goblin with the grappling hook. Peg leg goblin. Or actually, these are Noblars, because that's an ogre. And you got a little bird, another little cutesy animal. So, yeah, it's just a ogre and a couple little things. So, okay. Is that it for them? I mean, that's not anywhere near as cool as the vampire one that came out. The vampire one is incredible. The Nurgle one was incredible. That orc shaman's really cool. The rest of them weren't all that special, but the orc shaman there was cool. Okay, so that's it for... I actually have Dire Chasm. I still haven't opened it. I do want to try this game at some point. I have no interest in deck building, but, you know, I'd give it a try. It might be something fun to mess around with. And then we got Genghis Khan from the Horus Heresy. I don't play 30K and don't care about it, so we're going based purely on the model. And he is awesome. So there you go. It's the White Scar Primarch, I think. It's got to be, right? That's White Scars. Yeah. If it's not, then I don't know anything about 40K. That's White Scars. He's got the red thing. He's wearing white armor. It's got to be White Scars. White and red. That's that. Genghis Khan, top knot, saber sword, sort of Japanese. That's White Scars. That's a really, really good looking Primarch. It's going to be cool when you see some pro painters paint that up. No interest in purchasing it, but there you go. He's chopped up a Death Guard guy. So, yeah, great model. If you like White Scars and you collect your Primarchs or whatever, I think you're going to want that one because that one's very cool. Let's see what else. One last thing. Find out more. Something festive. Wreck the halls. Preview or... What? Okay. Warhammer Day is absolutely packed with goodies, so grab yourself a lovely hot chocolate. Let's see. What is this? Festive cheer, punny, whatever. Okay, there you go. That's it. That is my Warhammer Day 2021 quick fire rapid review. Let me know what you like and don't like. I really feel like, I guess the faster they come out with the 40k codexes, the more valuable a giant sweeping points change would be for the game. There's definitely some problems in the game, and especially with going first. It's just a very poorly designed game right now with the power output of armies. And AOS 3 is pretty poorly designed too, with unkillable characters and giant devastating ranged attack armies. So both games I feel like are in a very bad place. Blood Bowl's great. Warcry could use a balance update or just stick with the basic warbands. Never played Underworlds. And yeah. So let me know what you think down below. This is Warhammer Day 2021. We got a few new box sets coming. A couple codexes. Nothing probably that, blew anybody's mind outside. The only thing that seems kind of like a shock or surprise, well, maybe Warcry, but Dungeon Bowl. Dungeon Bowl's kind of cool, but good lord, could they have picked worse teams to put in there? I mean, geez, they could have put that new corn team they showed in another new team, and everybody would have bought it. If that had 2 new teams, they would have sold, 50,000 of them instead of the 20,000 they're going to sell. And those numbers are made up because I have no idea how many they sell. There you go. Let me know in the comments below. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.